Welcome to the circus. Welcome to the shit show, just another freak show. Hang your hat and hate at the door. It's a game of torture, souls are made to order everything you wanted and more. You gotta kill somebody to thrill somebody. Everybody's got a reason to bleed. You gotta fuck somebody to know somebody. That motherfucker ain't me. Am I the only one that doesn't buy into the lies? Am I the only one that doesn't wear a disguise? 'Cause if I can't break it and I can't change it, then tell me how will I know? Am I the only one that isn't just here for the show? Through the grab your favorite stones, they came from broken bones. That's what happens when you sign on the line. There's no need for excuses, everybody loses. Only way you'll ever win is to die. You gotta burn somebody to learn somebody. Everybody's got a Jekyll and Hyde. You gotta curse somebody, hurt somebody. Everybody needs a reason to die. Am I the only one that doesn't buy into the lies? Am I the only one that doesn't wear a disguise? 'Cause if I can't break it and I can't change it, then tell me how will I know? Am I the only one that isn't just here for the show? Welcome to the You gotta hide your soul. What they are, you teach them what they taught. You gotta hide your this is how they got you right before they got you. Gotta hide your how they rule you. That's just how they school you. Gotta hide your everyone is earned this. Welcome to the circus. Dicky, dicky, dasket. Time to burn the casket. Time to burn this motherfucker down. Am I the only one that doesn't buy into the lies? Am I the only one that doesn't wear a disguise? 'Cause if I can't break it and I can't change it, then tell me how will I know? Am I the only one that isn't just here for the show? Tell me how will I know? Am I the only one that isn't just here for the show? Welcome to the circus.
Ooh, I'll get rid of that. Give me a second. I put it in the wrong spot. There we go. Good evening, everybody. How are we doing? Yeah, I'm back for the evening. And yeah, I'm back on here. Hope everyone's having a good evening or morning, wherever you're all at. I saw that Jason's in here from Ginger Ninja Movies Reviews. Hope you're having a good night. Yeah, just thought I'd get this calm the F down. Show you what I've picked up recently and last month, a bit like that. So a little bit of a pile here. And then we'll go through what I watched in December of last month, aka last year. And just some quick updates and how I'm doing. And I'm doing okay. You kind of see some changes a little bit there in the background. I did get a haircut here. So whatever hair is singed left there. And yeah, just is coming back. Going to go through what I've picked up and stuff like that. So we got horror, we got freaky, we got geeky, we got anime, so definitely nerdy, and just some a little bit of real talk here. And I'll just start out with that. So really just last year, towards the end of the year, was just hard time. Really for me in general, I had to kind of look at myself in the mirror a little bit and change my mindset of who I am and what this channel is based off of and stuff like that. You know, it's just a little channel. I do this for fun. You know, it's all about just love for pop culture in general and films and video games and just all that stuff that I was happy with growing up with. If y'all didn't know, I've told this story before. I started collecting, or I've been collecting since I was basically 16 years old. You know, I live here in Livermore, California. I've always been open to myself and stuff like that. Always been open to you all here. Thank you all for joining. I appreciate y'all showing up. And yeah, Livermore, California, you know, Sunshine State, California. There's been some stuff going on here with the LA fires and stuff like that. And some other stuff going on, which I'm going to quickly mention. It seems there's a lot of tribalism going on a little bit, and I'm not for that. Let me adjust the camera here a little bit, be centered. And I just stay in my own lane, right? I don't pick sides. I just do what I do and have fun with it. But I was trying to go for first, you know, try to see who wins the race. And I've never been that person. I've always been like I said, I've been collecting since I've been 16 years old. Like I say, I go to the same comic shop. That's where it started, buying manga, comic books, stuff like that too. Getting anime on VHS. I remember when I was, oh God, probably 17, you know, for Black Friday, went to Target, got my VCR, and yeah, Akira was the first, I think, VHS that I had. I had the Transformers film VHS. I had a bunch of these VHS, and I just started collecting them and started watching them, and the rest is really history. You know, comic books, manga. I have a shitload of manga back there. One of these days, I'll kind of show you some of the older mangas that I have and some of the older comic books and stuff that I have. That's a stream for a whole nother time. I don't do I'm not going to be doing videos anymore. Basically, it'll be from that chair that you see behind me. I'm not going to be doing that in front of the piles and piles of Blu-rays and stuff that I have. It just sets a bad precedent. Me being a compulsive person, I don't want other people kind of seeing that, you know, seeing the shelves and stacks and stacks. Really, there's stacks of stuff. I'm kind of ashamed to show it. And it's, you know, it's all organized and everything. But it's just like, that's just not me. You know, I just like showing what I have and just giving you my opinions on it and stuff like that. And just, you know, just this community. I really, really like this community. I love all the channels here. Like I said, I put a lot of people in the info bar that I do this because of them. You know, Pop's Movie Dungeon, Brad at 4K10 Revival, Johnny Boutique's podcast and stuff. Mr. Walker, he's an awesome dude as well. And, you know, just everything like the Rad King, Born to be Rad, Mel, the Killer Queen, you know, Justin with them with the Rad Pack, you as well, Jason. I didn't put you in there, but yeah, watch your content. Of course I do. You're a great dude, just great channels. And that's what it's really about. It's just talking about films in a fun way, not doing no negativity towards anything. And that's what I kind of want to get to real quick. Just a lot of tribalism going on, a lot of like, I don't know. It's like you hear certain people saying, oh, like collecting's no fun anymore and all this other stuff too. And to me, it just seems too negative. You know, I'm not about that. I'm about, you know, just doing good content and just having fun with it. And I have a little channel and that's what it's about, really, just having fun and just doing these collabs with these great people and just showing our love for film and what have you, you know, and calming the F down and all this other stuff too. I'm no longer doing those rants. I'm no longer doing that because that's not who I am. You know what I mean? I'm just tired of doing that. You know, I thought about doing certain things. Like I've watched Raw on Netflix and stuff. I don't like what's going on there. I don't like the false narrative. A lot of those wrestlers are preaching. I didn't like the fact that Hulk Hogan got booed out of the arena in Los Angeles. I didn't like that at all. That really got to me a little bit. And It really did. And it's nobody's fault. And then, I'm 45 years old. So maybe take a step back since I'm a Gen Xer and be like going, yeah, definitely the world's changed a little bit. And, I'm an adult, and it's really, that's what it is, just being adult. And yeah, the youngins like what they like. And I like what I like, and you all like what you like. And, unfortunately, I know it kind of hurt me. Last year, David Lowe passed away. 4K Lowdown. So that really got to me a bit. And I just took a step back a bit and just doing some life changes. You can see my nice dirtied up Stainmaster carpet. I'm going to take care of that on Friday. I'm going to just wash the hell out of it. And hopefully it's become white like it originally was. And just doing all that, just doing all that stuff and just really saving and just buying what I want, buying what I like, saving up and, just doing it that way. It's been working out so far, so good for me. I've been sober since April of last year. So you all may need to calculate the months for that. So, but it's okay. I see that my man, Mr. Russell, is in here. Yeah, it's good to be back, my friend. Good to see you. I'm going to get started here in a minute. And, same thing, but it's okay. We have our edibles, don't we, Russ? So we're all good with that. And I'm good with that. And, just happy to be back, just happy to be here. You know what I mean? Just happy to be here and just being all around, just regular dude, nerd, skinny dude with glasses and receding hair and, a hat and all this other stuff too. And just talking about films and having fun. I see 9 people are in here. Thanks for checking me out. If this is your first time here, I'm going to start up the content soon and just expect great stuff ahead. I'm going to talk about future channel plans here after I get through this stuff that I have. It's a little bit of some stacks, so I'm just going to get started. So thank you again for everybody for showing up. And last thing I just kind of want to say is just buy what you like. Don't let anybody question you for what you do. Don't let anybody just brush it aside. I take stuff seriously too sometimes, and that's not what this is about. I do want to mention one thing. Last movie, Standing, he apologized in a video for a comparison that he did for Demolition Man. And he apologized for doing something which he shouldn't have had to apologize for. And that's it. Just do you, right? Just do what you like to do, and just don't follow that trend. Just do what you like to do. That's all that really matters in the end, right? It's just doing what you like to do, doing your passions and just having fun with it. So, so works out okay. All right. So calm the F down portion. So I'll show you what I picked up. So this goes back a month wise and stuff like that. So I've posted some of what I picked up on Instagram. I took a break from social media. I really took a break, and boy, that was good. I mean, really, it's better than y'all think it is. It's really, really good. But like I say, y'all just do you. Y'all great people. You're all savages. We're all warriors. We all shed the same blood in the same mud. So I'll just go ahead and start. So for all my nerdy, geeky, simpy, sussy people out there, I finally just broke down and decided to get it because I had this on tape. The uncut version, and that's Kite. Think La Femme Nikita, except up it by like a lot. So this young lady here is named Sawa. So she's an assassin that works for this police detective who's a corrupt piece of garbage. And he does these underground assassinations for him. There's 3 versions on here, done by a very good director, who's done other stuff. Yeah, Yosomi Umetsu, who did Mezzo Forte, another good one, if you like this kind of stuff. And also Megazone 23 and Elfin Lied. I would highly recommend Elfin Lied. I think that's on Amazon Prime still. This has 3 cuts of the film. So it has the U.S. general release version, the integral version, and the original uncut version. So the regular US version has like no sex in it. The second version has some sex in it. And the integral version, basically the uncut version, has all kinds of sex in it. There's a story about her you find out about that, and you find out with the you can't see him here in this picture, but she's wearing some red earrings. You find out about that. This is very good. It's extreme anime. It's very disturbing. I highly recommend this. That's Kite. This is not meant for kids. I'm just saying. Next up, Wild Wrangler. I know he's not in here, but he mentioned this one right here, and I finally picked this one up. And it's called Genocyber. So think anime science fiction horror, body horror a little bit. Wild Wrangler has talked about this film a lot, so I decided to pick this one up. It's interesting with these older anime Blu-rays. So it's standard definition on a Blu-ray. So this is 480p. So it's like it's kind of like you get the bars on the side basically with this, but this is okay. Basically, it's like it's about two sisters that don't like each other. One of them has like heavy psychic abilities, and you kind of you get this OAV series from it and stuff like that. Kite was done in 1998. Yeah, so 1998, Russ. You'd probably like it. There's sexual situations in here. It's pretty heavy. Yeah, anime horror and body horror type stuff like that. It's an old school anime too. Yeah, in these kind of like 4K looking kind of slips that Discotech is doing and some of these anime companies are doing. So that's Genocider. So that's all the old school anime that I got. Next up is some stuff I got from I'll just put this in my lap real quick. Some stuff I got from Hamilton Books and Wally World and Scream Factory. So I'll start out with some of the Hamilton book stuff I picked up. I believe. Actually, no, this is Amazon. Never mind. Excuse me. I'm sorry. This is Amazon that I got this from. I watched a video on somebody. He mentioned some films and he mentioned some films that are really good that you should see before you die, basically, or stuff like that. You know what I mean? And it's like, why not? I go down that rabbit hole and I'll watch this if I haven't seen the film before. I'll be like, okay. And this is it's called Bad Lieutenant with Nicolas Cage in it, and I think that's Eva Mendes. Yes. And this is kind of a retelling of the one with Harvey Keitel in it, except this one's supposed to be a lot weirder and WTF and stuff like that. By looking at the trailer and it's Nicolas Cage acting like Nicolas Cage. He's Bad Lieutenant. Basically, he's a corrupt cop. Basically tells you all you need to know about it. It's a WTF type of a film, for I understand. I asked Brad for K10 Revival about this one. I don't think he's seen it before, but yeah, that's Bad Lieutenant. So can get it good for cheap. I got it for cheap. I think I got it for like maybe like $10, something like that. Next up, one Agoraphobe mentioned. Larry Wade Carroll's has Michael Biehn in it and James Hampton and yeah, well, it's called he wrecked it. It's called Jacob. So Agoraphobe said this is really good, kind of like slasher film and stuff like that. I like a little bit. And Michael Bihn's in it, and yeah, Southern Gothic slasher in the tradition of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Jacob is a chilling portrayal of a hulking, troubled child who seeks vengeance against those who destroyed his family. I'm always in, and yeah, so definitely gonna check this one out too. That's Jacob. So yeah, Port of New Orleans. There we go. Yeah. I'm impressed. I never read the manga. I had the VHS tapes of the uncut OAV series that they did there, Jason. I like it. If you want to talk like the equivalent of a Category 3 Japanese anime film or series, that would be it. Legend of the Overfiend. It's hentai, but it's very disturbing. And yeah, it's yeah. I'm surprised it's not been banned yet. No, it's Grace Powell, Dylan Horn, Kristen Caldwell with James Hampton. So it's never mind. Michael Biehn isn't in this one, I think, but no, it's not. not Kane, but there's kind of a better kind of maybe picture of it and stuff like that. It kind of looks like Dark Knight of Scarecrow a little bit, but next up is a film from Magnet. It's basically like a found footage film, so it's called Apartment 143 Emergo. So, like Paranormal Activity in just about every possible way, but with more action. So, yeah. But it's found footage. It looks interesting. It'll be like it's found footage, so I'll definitely check it out. Like say from Half Price Books if it's a bit cheaper. So just check that one out. Oh, cool. So you've seen it there, Jason. Cool. Excellent. Cool. Thank you. So yeah, definitely check that out. Next, it was Scream Factory's going out of print sale. One of the many that they do. I thought about getting the 4K steelbook of it, but I got it from Scream Factory, and it came with the slip. How about that? That's the 1970s King Kong. I love this film. With Jeff Bridges and Jessica Lange in her first film role. This film is a trip. I like it a lot. I've talked about this before. Mario Bava was almost involved with this film. They asked him, he said no, which is crazy to me. I couldn't imagine if Mario Bava was part of a film like this. It would blow my mind. It came with the slip. Why not? You know, could be hit and miss with Scream Factory with their slips nowadays, but yeah. This might be my favorite King Kong. I love the 33 version, but this might be my favorite King Kong. I really like this film. I haven't seen King Kong Returns or whatever it's called. I haven't seen that one in forever, but yeah. Fucking Jeff Bridges. They look like they're high through the whole thing. I mean, it's been a long time since I've seen the film, but they look like they're lit through the whole thing. So I haven't really watched this film uncut before, so that'll be very interesting, or I don't remember. So I'll definitely check this out, but it's good to have it. It's good to have this edition. So it's good to have it. Cool. Next up, another one. I just had to pick this one up because I've never seen any of the films, but like the Femme Fatale 90s erotic thriller films, but Poison Ivy collection. This has, boy, look at everybody that's in this one. So you have Melissa Milano, of course, there. My goodness, right after Who's the Boss, or a little bit after that. Yee. And you have Drew Barrymore in here. And you also have, what's her name? Yeah, Jamie Presley's in here. Mira McDonald as well. So it's cool to pick up this collection. So, and Drew Barrymore, she's an interesting actress. Never seen her do kind of roles. Maybe I have, but not roles kind of like this. So, trying to catch up on my erotic thrillers here. So definitely check that out. Sorry, I'm looking at the chat, which I should be paying attention to what's in front of me. There's 2 See No Evil films with Ken. Oh, with Mia Farrow. That I didn't know. I've seen the first See No Evil. I liked it. 3 Jamie Presley smoking hot. Yeah, Jamie Presley. There's something about her. Definitely. Let's see. I haven't seen Peter Jackson. I saw that in the theater, Jason. It's good. I like it. I haven't seen it forever. Yeah, it's really, the King Kong in the 70s, man. There's just something about that time where it's a trip. Another Scream Factory Steelbook added to the collection since they did a re-release of it. So this was going out of print. That's Motel Hell. So this is the Steelbook from them. So the Blu-ray. I haven't seen this one in a minute either, but it's a fun one. If you like these kind of films like this, Motel Hell. They used to show this on syndicated TV like all the time when I was younger. So got that one. Loaded with special features. And it's a 4K transfer from the original, so hell, I mean, you're good with that. This has a lot of special features in the back of it. Jesus. So, Yeah, good stuff there. So there's that one. Some other animated stuff I ordered off of Amazon. I'm surprised I never had this one. I thought I had it on the VHS for a bit. But that's Don Bluth's The Secret of Nim. I haven't seen this one in a long time. And no, it's a different one. What's going on, Creepy Onion? How you doing tonight? No, it's a different one. Like I say, this one was the one that was going out of print. Well, it was part of their out of print sale. I think it was like $20. So I think there's a new one reissue coming out. I think that's what that is, or something like that. Or it's a 4K reissue, something like that. I need to check that one out. I've heard the Embrace of the Vampire is pretty good for what it is. But yeah, Secret of Nim and stuff like that. This is an old Blu-ray. And it's Don Bluth. This is one of the first Don Bluth films I ever watched. It's dark for a G animated film. It's extremely dark because it's Don Bluth. So I haven't seen it in a long time. But yeah, you have that one there. Nope, but I have it on my wish list, Creepy Onion. I saw that. I was going through. I am a compulsive person. I can't be doing that because I saw that the DVD of AD Police is back in stock, and that's cheap enough for me to get, but I'm not going to do that. And then Writing Bean happened to be there, but I definitely will be getting Writing Bean. Absolutely. I like Writing Bean a lot. Part of the Gunsmith Cats universe. If you don't know what that is, check that out. It's pretty good. Next up, from Warner Archive, it's The Flight of the Dragons. Or The Flight of Dragons. I think Tony from he's no longer called from Wigan Film Club has mentioned this one in the past. So yeah, The Flight of Dragons. Legendary directors here for these animated films. Yeah, an Arthur Rankin Jr. and Jules Bass film. So, and they have like the voices of a lot of stuff. Let's see. Victor Bruno, James Gregory, James Earl Jones, rest in peace. Harry Morgan, John Ritter, rest in peace. Larry Storch provide voices for this wondrous tale set in the Dark Ages. Has anyone seen The Flight of Dragons? If you have, let me know. I'm trying to get these older animated films, so. Yes, it is. It's almost like an OAV film. You know what I mean? Where it's like direct to video. So that's basically what those stuff are and stuff like that. Both of those are really good. It's done by the same people who did, like I say, Gunsmith Cats, and I think Gale Force. I may be mistaken, but you seem to be the anime fan like I am. I'm just an old otaku. There we go. The double O, old otaku. So yeah, some old school animated films and stuff like that. I love films like this. They don't make them like this like they used to. They just don't. It's just different. Yes, I have. I have seen Watership Down. I have the Criterion release. I love that film a lot. I love Watership Down. I also have Fantastic Planet, another great film. I love Watership Down. Yeah. Rabbits trying to find the promised land. These two I picked up at Walmart. So they have these slips like Walmart likes to do. So here's another one from Bestron. My best friend is a vampire. These are not the greatest slips in the world. I think they're kind of too dark, but I had to get it with a slip. If it's a Vestron, I have to get it with a slip, and they're flipping numbered, so it doesn't show the number on them. Damn it! But yeah, that's number 30 from Vestron. But yeah, there you go. Best friend's a vampire. Let me know if you've all seen this one too. I like my vampire flicks. If they're comedy, it makes it better. You know, if there's like dark comedy in part of it, I don't mind it. But yeah, my best friend is a vampire. Next up is My Bloody Valentine. This is the early 2000s version. So yeah, this one. I don't mind the slip for this one, but these are special kind of edition slips and stuff like that they do at Wally World. But yeah, My Bloody Valentine. I have the original. I have the DVD of it, and I also from Paramount, and I also have the Steelbook from Scream Factory. And this is the remake, which I heard is quite good. That has Mr. Adkins in it, but no, this doesn't have it. It would say that. It would say that on there. Creepy Onion. It would say if it has It would say if it has it on there. I've seen another release that has like 3D at the bottom of it, but no, it's just a regular, which is fine. System requirements, blah blah blah. So yeah, but it looks interesting. Actually, I think it's a sequel, to tell you the truth. So I can't wait to check that one out. I love my slashers, so so yeah, not too bad. So they also have American Psycho with one of these slips, and they also have The Descent, which I was almost tempted to get The Descent, but I have The Descent without a slip though. But I'm not just going to get it just for the slip. And they may have some other ones in there too, but they like doing this every few months and stuff like that. I think it's for Valentine's Day, obviously, which makes it kind of interesting because I don't mind the slips. They're pretty nice. They're just kind of hard to see. I don't think they glow in the dark. So yeah, some good stuff there. There we go. So that's the first stack there. Oh, one last one here, and then I'll start off with what I watched in December. Plague of Zombies. Or The Plague of Zombies. So this is a Hammer film, a double feature. So 1966, this was a double feature with Dracula, Prince of Darkness, with the great Christopher Lee. I've wanted to get this one for a while. I'm trying to get as many Hammer films as I can. I have a few Hammer collections. I have the Columbia Hammer collection, and I also have the Universal Hammer collection that they released as well. I have some of the Scream Factory Hammer films, and I'm just going to add this one here. I heard this one's quite good. So yeah, 1966, and yeah, it was like viewed as a double feature with Dracula, Prince of Darkness. So dude loves Chris C likes his Hammer films. So yeah, Plague of the Zombies. So I'll definitely have to check this film out as well. I have seen the new Street Trash. I love it. I really like it. I think it's great. It breaks the fourth wall. It's not PC, and it's just a great film. Dark comedy and hot take. I haven't seen the original, and I have the original back there. You see my kind of like my weird shelving that I have over there right next to my couch. It's in there somewhere. How many Edwidge Fenech films do I own? Oh. Okay. Strip Nude for Your Killer was the first one I saw with her. I have Case of the Bloody Iris. That was one of my releases of the year for last year from Celluloid Dreams. I have The Strange Vice of Mrs. Worth I need to watch. I have Your Vice is a locked room and only I have the key. That's a great giallo. That's top tier giallo with her in it with Anita Strindberg. And the very late, great Luigi Pistilli. All the Colors of the Dark. And I think that's it. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's it. And Barbara Boucher is my favorite giallo queen. So that's mine. She's mine. She's my future ex-wife. Next up, this is from the Arrow sale. So Killer Nun. I've heard good stuff in here. The only Killer Nun film I've seen is Lucio Fulci's Demonia. So I've heard this one's kind of like the standard for nunsploitation films. Killer Nun. Also, The Weapon, the Hour, the Motive is nunsploitation mixed in with the giallo. If you haven't seen that, but yeah, Killer Nun. This is a great release from Arrow. Of course it is. Loaded with special features. My man Darren really likes this film, so I can't wait to check this one out. But yeah, that's Killer Nun. With Anita Ekberg, Joe D'Alessandro, and Alida Valli. Directed by Giulio Berruti. So try to get my Italian accent in there. Thank you, Creepy Onion. I appreciate that. Let's see. Next up, I'll show the ones with slips in my 4Ks. Did this with my Giallo Rex video with Darren. And watched this for the first time on I think on Tubi. It's on Tubi, but I liked it and picked it up. A film by Aldo Lado, Who Saw Her Die, with Anita Strindberg in here. This is very good. So think Don't Look Now. Think that these films are very similar to that. Anita Strindberg is this grieving mother. Basically, this man's in this other country. His daughter gets kidnapped, spoiler, and gets killed. And it's a good, and the father's trying to find out what happened to her. It's a Giallo. Aldo Lado, nobody talks about him enough, in my opinion. A great director in general. He's done a lot of great films. He also did The Night Train Murders, which I highly recommend. But yeah, that's Who Saw Her Die. Arrow does great stuff with these films. Absolutely. If you want to go for anything Giallo-wise, definitely do Arrow video to start with. Of course. But you loaded with special features, because that's why I buy these for. I love the films, but for Giallo specifically, it's one of my favorite subgenres of film in general. It's a great film genre. And yeah, that's what you get it for, like the essays and the characters and stuff like that. Great stuff. But yeah, Who Saw Her Die? Very good. Next up, I'll do this one. Finally picked this up. I just hadn't had a chance to watch it. If I did, it may have been up there from one of my releases of the year. But that's the 4K to Friday 13th, 2009. This is a very good remake. I saw this in the theater. This is the only Friday 13th I've ever seen in the theater. I'm a huge Friday 13th mark. You all know that. It's my all-time favorite horror franchise. But yeah, I had to pick this up. So Arrow's killing it with these. They're flipping killing it with these. I know Brad at 4K10 Revival, he had this up there as part of his top releases for 2024. So yeah, loaded with special features and, hey, all good. And it looks to be a pretty thick slip here. So you can't beat that. 4K, or 4K is really good. So Friday the 13th. So this would be my 4th edition. I have the DVD. I have the Blu-ray Steelbook. I have the Blu-ray as part of the Friday 13th collection that Scream Factory released. And then I have this one. So there you go. So yeah, that's a quad buy. Next up is one, and this just got released and just got delivered to me like a week or so ago. This might be my release of the year. I have to watch it, but it might be my release of the year. Arrow might be already my boutique label of the year, but that's Alice, Sweet Alice. So yeah, this came out. Yeah, this was I have the Blu-ray of this. The Blu-ray was like my first Arrow pickup. Like I got that off of Diabolic. This one, I pre-ordered it, and sure enough, it showed up. And yeah, very young Brooke Shields. That's in there for like 5 minutes, and then that's basically it. And there's all that good stuff there for that. And yeah, so can't wait to check this one up. That's Alice, Sweet Alice. Let me know if you've all seen this one, chat. If you have not, check it out, please. And last but not least, I just finished the Years of Lead set that Arrow brought out from those Poliziotteschi films or Italian crime films. And I really like it. I also got, actually, if we're talking about Poliziotteschi, I finally got this one. Say finally, Hamilton Books had it for like $70, and that's the cheapest I've seen it. So I'll show this one off first. Violent Streets. So Umberto Lenzi and Tomas Milian. So Umberto Lenzi is considered the king of Eurocrime. And Dirk has talked about this set. Dirk and Darren have both talked about this set. Gizmo's talked about this set. Video Man Gizmo, very cool dude. Check him out as well. And Thomas Milian and Umberto Lenzi, their tumultuous relationship. Thomas Milian died tragically, unfortunately. Great actor. My God. Italian crime films are terrific, and this is probably the holy grail for that. If you want to get into Italian crime, The Years of Lead, I would start out with. All those films are bangers. I'm going to talk about that for what I watched in December. And then there's these ones right here. So Severin kills it with their sets when they do. And this has 5 films in there. You have Almost Human, Syndicate Sadist, Freehand for a Tough Cop, the Cynic, the Rat, and the Fist, and Brothers Till We Die. But yeah, that's sorry for the reflection there because I haven't opened it yet. That's Violent Streets. Yeah, Contraband. That's Lucio Fulci. Yeah, that was his take on Eurocrime, definitely. Yeah. It's true for like Tubi. Tubi can be hit and miss. Tubi's great. Make no mistake. They have tons of genre films on there. They have Eurocrime. They have giallo. They have horror. They have action. They have everything on there. But some stuff looks like is direct from VHS and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So just take that with a grain of salt. It's not too big. But yeah, last but not least from Arrow. This one, another Eurocrime. 2 Eurocrime films. So you have Rogue Cops and Racketeers, 2 crime thrillers by Enzo Castellari. Enzo Castellari is considered very highly as a director of Eurocrime as well. Very good director for what I've heard. And these have 2 films from him, 2 Eurocrime films in here. And it comes with a booklet. This is an old school Arrow release because you see the way the boxes and stuff like that. So you have kind of stuff like that. You know, they've added slips to their stuff now, which is fine. It has a booklet in here. And these have so the Big Racket and the Heroin Busters. So this has Fabio Testi and also, let's see if I can find. Yeah, David Hemmings. Yeah, so David Hemmings from what film? Deep Red. One of my all-time favorite giallo films. So I can't wait to check these out. I know Dirk and Darren have done this on their channel. I know Dirk has. Dirk has discussed these films and stuff like that. So this is a great set. And it was just recently on one of Arrow's sale for like $40, I think it is. And it's worth it for these Eurocrime. I love Eurocrime. Just think Death Wish and just bring it up a few levels. But if you're into stuff like Death Wish, I would definitely check out Rogue Cops and Racketeers as well. I can't wait to dive into these films and check them out. But yeah, that's all my Come to Hell Down haul of stuff that I picked up. Yeah, I see you, Anthony. I see you. Great to see you, my friend. Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate that. The Tubi censors almost all of Fred Olen Ray's movies. I wonder if he did sell Uncut Blues. Fred Olen Ray. Creepy Onion, what has he done wise? What films has he done or directed? Maybe I've heard of them and stuff. I may be 45, but like I've seen disturbing stuff like we've talked about with anime and stuff like that. There's some disturbing stuff in Japanese animation, but I haven't, and I've watched some Category 3, so I haven't. In Category 3, I mean, The Untold Story might be the most graphic, disturbing film I've ever seen. That's really saying something to me. Like, if I have to work myself up to watch a film like that, then that tells you something. So, oh, Scalps. Okay. Oh, he did Evil Toons. Okay. Wow. Okay. He did Evil Toons. I haven't seen Evil Toons in years. Scalps I heard about. Yeah. I thought about having that on my wish list for Amazon. Is that those films worth picking up there, Creepy Onion? Let me know and stuff like that. So yeah, I got some good quick people in and out. I know some other people are doing stuff tonight, but that's all good. Okay, so we're gonna go through here what I checked out or what I watched in December. It was a big 2024 was a big year for me to actually getting out and going to the theaters to see these films in the theater. So I basically saw almost every like big horror film last year in the theater. Probably 2024 was like one of the great years of horror I can remember in a long time. A lot of people kind of like doing that stuff. So we will get started. And I'll start off with, of course, the original Nosferatu from 1922. Probably to me one of the greatest silent horror films ever made. I watched this on Amazon, so it had some color to it, which kind of turns the film off a bit because it looks like it's all done during the daytime, which it was. But this is a legendary film, directed by F.W. Murnau, and it has Max Schreck in here, who plays Nosferatu. If you don't know the story, it's basically the takeoff of Dracula. They just had to change the names. They just had to change the names and change the country that they're in. It's a Dracula story. It's one of the best interpretations of Dracula, to tell you the truth. The fangs look like kind of like my teeth. I'm kind of a Bucky Beaver because I have an overbite. so kind of looks like that. They tried to do it in the retelling with Robert Eggers with that too, because in the Dracula novel, he did have a mustache, but it's very thin and it wasn't thick wise, but that's talk for later on here in this stream. But it's very good. Almost 5 stars. I like it a lot. It's a legendary film. Without this, we would not get the vampire films that we have. I think it's one of the greatest ever made. It's very good. And yeah, but that's a Nosferatu. Let me know, chat, if any of y'all have seen the film. Hey, what's going on, Prince? I see you, buddy. Never seen the OG. I would recommend it there, Jeff. Great to see my geeky brother. It was on Amazon. It's also on Tubi. Now, the original version might be, or the black and white version may be on Tubi, because this film was banned. A lot of it was burned. Like originally, they wanted to destroy this film, and there's only a few cuts that were left. And thank God for Kino for releasing this back in the day. So very good. I have it on my wish list. It's like $22. I know Tony Basement Blues, he has it. But I would recommend it if you like silent films. If you like films like that, I do. I'm getting older, so as you get older, tastes kind of change, and I like films like that, so it's different. Next up, Zodiac, 2007, David Fincher. This is probably the most widespread one, of course, by Seven and stuff like that. But I like Zodiac a lot. Of course, it's about the Zodiac killer. The Zodiac murders caused the lives of Paul Avery, David Toshi, and Robert Graysmith to intersect. I have the 4K for this. That was up there for one of my releases of the year. It's a good film. I like it a lot. David Fincher, man, he's a great director, man. When he goes, he goes. Probably one of Jake Gyllenhaal's better roles and stuff like that. Mark Ruffalo, I like him as an actor. He does good stuff. Anthony Edwards, of course, from ER. He is also in, he's Goose in Top Gun, if you don't know. Donald Loge is in here. Of course he is. Brian Cox is in here. All-star cast. It's very good. I like my serial killer films. It goes a little bit darker and deeper into the whole story about this, of course, based off a true story. 4 out of 5 stars in the heart. I like it a lot. That's Zodiac. Excuse me. Prince, yes, it is. I do like it. I like Eggers, but it's too long in my opinion. It's too long, and it goes to places I didn't think they would go. And I don't know. There's something about the Skarsgård. They always have to do certain scenes where, they're doing whatever. But it's a beautiful looking Gothic film and stuff like that too. If they would have cut it down a little bit, I would have liked it a bit better. But I'm going to get to that. But Zodiac. Next up, definitely a rewatch. That's Cujo. I have the 4K for 2023. This was my number 1 release of the year from Kino. What can you say? It's my favorite Stephen King film. Basically you take a Saint Bernard, a dog that's meant to rescue people. Stephen King described it in the book. It can get the dog can get up to 200 pounds. 200 pounds. That's a monster. So what happens? He chases this squirrel or something like that into this cave or whatever filled with bats. He gets bitten. It's different. The story is different from the book. The book is a lot different. Directed by Louis Teague. Dee Wallace, one of her best performances, in my opinion. She kills it here. She's very pretty, and it's a good one. It's terrifying. It's a terrifying animal attacks film. I like it a lot. You feel sorry for the dog a little bit. There's some certain scenes that are done very well in here, but that's Cujo. What else can you say? 4 out of 5 stars and a heart, but it's my favorite Stephen King film. Yeah, it's not the dog's fault. You're right, Russ. It's not his fault. That's the thing. There's a scene where he goes up to the boy and stuff like that too, and he knows to leave. He knows to leave. He's like, no, I'm not going to do this. So yeah, definitely, it's a powerful film. Next up, Anthropophagus. So yeah, directed by Joe D'Amato. This was done before Absurd. I like Absurd a little more than Anthropophagus, where Absurd is a Halloween 2 ripoff. Anthropophagus is a gothic Friday the 13th Jason ripoff. Tourists take a boat to a remote island where they find most of the people have disappeared and something is stalking them. They find a hidden room in this big mansion on a hill and an ancient diary which gives them clues to the source of terror. Tisa Farrow's in here, the late great Tisa Farrow from Lucio Fulci's Zombie. She's in here. Yeah, Mark Mazzini, Mark Bolden, Bob Larson, Ruby Ray, Joe D'Amato, George Eastman. George Eastman, very good actor, big dude, a Greco-Roman wrestler too. He knows how to do that. So I do like it a lot. I know JT from JT's Horror Discussions likes the film a lot. So I gave it 2 out of 5 stars and a heart. It's a fun watch. It is. It's a fun watch to me. So I do like it. But yeah, that's Anthropophagus. Joe D'Amato, that dude's a trippy cat. Oh, you kind of spoiled it there a little bit there, Russ. Yeah, I need to read the book. I do have it. I'm trying to read Stephen King's books in chronological order, as messed up as that sounds. So I'm currently reading H.P. Lovecraft stuff at the moment. I haven't seen Cujo since it was originally at the drive-in. His head stuck in the log. Yeah, he got his head kind of stuck in a log. It kind of led to this cave. You saw a lot of bats when it kind of zoomed out and stuff like that. It was like a secret, kind of ditch or something like that. Yeah. Drive-in, that's a great experience, my man. Great stuff. Next up, 1931's Dracula. This is one of my releases of the year for 2024, that Steelbook, that Universal release. They killed it with that. This was a first-time watch for me, directed by Todd Browning. Legendary director. Legendary director. This is what Universal is. Without this film, you do not get Hammer Films Dracula. You just don't get it. It's good. I like it. 4 out of 5 stars and a heart. Bela Lugosi. Yeah. Dwight Fry, I think, is the one who played Redfield. It's a good vampire flick. What can you say about Bela Lugosi? He was made to play the part. He's Hungarian, I believe. And that's where the accent of Dracula comes from, is from him. Just remember that. Of course, it's loaded with special features. They talked to Bela Lugosi's son. He was buried with the cape. He was buried with the cape that he wore in the film. So it's a great stuff. So it works out really good. I haven't seen Cody. Yeah, I use a Look Movie. Yeah, I still use it. Of course I do. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff on there. That's how I watch one film I'm going to get to. Yeah. Oh, yeah. A bunch of newer films are on there. Hint, hint. I better be careful. Probably the music video that I opened the stream with will probably be taken down, or probably ask for me to get taken down. So, yeah. But this is a great one. 4 out of 5 stars and a heart. Of course it is. This is my first. I haven't watched Frankenstein, so I have a Universal set, DVD set that I have up there. So I definitely plan on watching the rest of those early OG Universal films. But yeah, Dracula's a good one. I was kind of sour on the ending, but that's okay. It kind of follows the book pretty well with the ending. Yeah, it's not the best. Yeah, Creepy Onion. It's not the best ending in the world because they kind of push it a bit. So, yeah, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. 3 out of 5 stars and a heart. I expected better. So this distances itself from the first film, and I did like the first Blood and Honey a lot. I thought it was just something different. Whenever you can take Disney, specifically with Disney nowadays, if you all don't know my issues with Disney, yeah, Disney can go F themselves. But it was good, but it's too much like Terrifier. It's way too much to like Terrifier. I love the blood, I love the extremism in that, but there's a funny scene at the end that Pooh says something. It's really funny. You have to watch it. I do like the owl character a lot. But the Tigger character was worthless. I don't even know why you put him in here. You did nothing with him. You try to make him a wannabe Freddy Krueger with his stupid jokes and all this other stuff too. I don't know. Sorry to sound like a negative Nancy here. But it was okay. 3 out of 5 stars and a heart. It's a fun one just to put on and watch and stuff like that. There's some brutal stuff in here. There's some brutal stuff in here. They kind of take it to the next level. It's good to see films like this going to the theater. It's good to see horror like this going to the theater because back in the late 80s and 90s, you didn't see shit like this a lot. You just didn't see it. So yeah, Jason, I can see that you prefer this one rather to you consider this one better than the first one. I agree with that. The first one was kind of like a test run, and this one, yeah, you give the director money and you give them a budget, and you come up with some pretty good stuff. Like I say, there's some gruesome scenes in here, so it's done quite well. There's room for a third one, the way the ending worked and stuff like that. And I do like the owl character. So and the practical effects or whatever basically look a lot better. But kind of some of the story, I was like going, oh, okay. They had to do something with it. So, you kind of find out about that. Yeah, kids' story horror films. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, it does. Yeah. Yeah, the Popeye horror film. Yeah. There's one, Bambi the Reckoning. That's another one that's done by that same director. There's the Tugboat Willie one as well. That's supposed to be a better Mickey Mouse horror film. So, so we'll see. We'll see how they go. I'll watch them. Um, what anime have I been watching? Oh, nothing really at the moment. I need to. I have Netflix there, Prince, and I'm trying to. I've been watching Terminator Zero. I like it. And then I'm going to be watching Castlevania Nocturna because that's Richter Belmont. That's my favorite Belmont. So I want to see how they do with that story. Yes, there is a Peter Pan one in the same universe. Peter Pan's a messed up story to begin with there, Jeff. It's really messed up. That's why I kind of like where these stories come from. Like, it's like grim fairy tales, like Snow White. Snow White's not a nice story. It kind of is. It is, but hey, and we're not going to get a nice film with that shit either. So, next up, Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2. 2.5 out of 5 stars and a heart. The first part of this film is just a retelling of the first film, which is like a masterpiece of a slasher, if you consider it that. And then the second part of this is where it gets interesting. It's kind of funny, and the soundtrack is very good for this. So do you need to see this one? No. It's all about the OG, and I do have the other ones that I do plan on watching the rest of the films that Vestron released. There's not a lot to say about it, but yeah, Ricky is released from a mental hospital, taking with him the memory of his brother Billy's death and embarking on a journey of relentless revenge. So you kind of get, that. So nice, Jason. Yeah. There's some funny stuff in here. There's some good kills in here with the one dipshit with the car battery or whatever it is. He just like goes like in the map. It makes me think they got that from Friday the 13th, Part 5, A New Beginning, which I think they probably did. You probably know what I'm talking about. So, but yeah, it's a fun one. The soundtrack is very good. So yeah, this is one on my kick during Christmas or up there with my Santa films. Violent Night, David Harbour. Basically, you take Die Hard and you put David Harbour in here as Santa Claus. So basically, he plays Santa Claus. But I like his backstory of who he used to be, like Nick, because he said who he once was and stuff like that too. There's a good story to this. John Leguizamo is in this one. I like this one. It's a fun one. Also, yeah, Beverly D'Angelo's in here. I probably can't say her name right, but you all probably know who I'm talking about. But it's a good one. Basically, it's this rich family. They get held hostage because they want this money that they have. And I like the ending for this a lot. It's a good one. It's a fun film. If you like, just turn your brain off and just like to watch it. But this film has substance to it. I like it. I really do. So yeah, 3 out of 5 stars and a heart. It's definitely a rewatch for me. I do like David Harbour. You just have to put him in the right stuff. This was the right film for him to be in. So I do like it. Let's see. Sakamoto Days. Oh, Sakamoto Days. I've heard that's a pretty good one there, Prince. The man is so funny. Love the OG Boogeyman with Susan Lemon. Oh yeah, her brother. Yeah, I do like the OG Boogeyman. Yeah, it's kind of like Amityville, considering the way the house looks. Next up, Silent Night, 2012. Not the Silent Night that was done by John Woo. So this was done by Stephen C. Miller. So this is a retelling of Silent Night, Deadly Night. As their small Midwestern town prepares for its annual Christmas Eve party, a sheriff and his deputy discover that a maniac in a Santa suit is murdering those he judges as naughty. This is very good. So I gave this 3.5 out of 5 stars. It's a good slasher. I do like it. Malcolm McDowell's in here playing Malcolm McDowell. Jamie King's in here. She's very good. Donald Loge is in here. He's very good. Donald Loge, if you haven't seen him, check out Blade. He's in that one of his early roles. He's a very good actor. He plays the part right of what he's meant to play. Yeah, this is a fun one. So yeah, this dude, and the way the killer makes the mask is done very well. So think Saw a little bit, except better. And he just goes around taking out these people that are naughty. There's a good wood chipper scene with this half naked lady. Very beautiful lady, so it works out really good. So yeah, very, very good. So if you haven't checked this one, I highly recommend it. Check this out. I think you can still get it on Amazon. It was released through Anchor Bay, but I do like this film. It's a good Christmas film. I do like it. I do like the ending too. Some people are kind of sour on the ending. I didn't mind it. Mother Krampus. I got this as part of the horror pack when I had it, when I subscribed to it. It's a takeoff of Frau Perchta. They could have done so much better with this. James Class. There's some good kills in here. The ending you kind of see coming. I'd like something a little better. But I did like the ending and stuff, and it is in the Krampus universe. I think this is on Tubi. Maybe just check it out, but just turn your eyes off. Or not turn your eyes off, but turn your brain off when watching it and stuff like that. But I did like what they tried to do with it. They could have done a lot better, though, with it. But that's Mother Krampus. John Leguizamo was great in too. The OG Boom. John was great and Spun with Mickey Rourke. Oh, okay. I think I've heard of that one. I remember John Leguizamo from that film, The Pest. We can't talk about that film though. It's definitely not PC. Friday the 13th, Part 4, the final chapter. My favorite Friday the 13th. What can you say about this film? It's an all-timer. It's probably one of the greatest slasher films ever made. Really, Joseph Zito, very good director. This is kind of a cursed film. We know the problems with it. Look at the all-star cast of people in here. So yeah, Barbara Howard, Corey Feldman in his first role, I believe. Crispin Glover, Peter Barton, my God, Ted White as, of course, Jason Voorhees. What can you say? This was the last gasp of great horror for that time. Really great horror ended in 1984. Yeah, what else can be said that's been said about that? That's Friday the 13th, the final chapter. So yeah, that was part of the slash along with Gorephobe. We do plan on doing the rest of those films. So yeah, get ready for the interesting one that's Jason Goes to Hell the Final Friday, and then of course Jason X. So next up, Taxi Hunter. So this is part of the Category 3 trilogy of films that were directed by Herman Yao and starred the very good Anthony Wong. This gets three 3.5 out of 5 stars and a heart. I just like The Untold Story, Ebola Syndrome, and then there's this one. So this kind of completes the original trilogy of films that they all did together. Quick info on this film. Anthony Wong really wanted this film to do good. He wanted to get the award for Best Actor for this film here. He got it for The Untold Story instead. He said he tossed away the award. That's crazy because that was considered the Chinese Academy Award for a film like that. But it's a good one. I do like Taxi Hunter. It's more of a drama, but it does have Category 3 elements, so it is considered a Category 3 film. Basically, Ken is a hardworking insurance salesman with a very pregnant wife. When his wife starts hemorrhaging, he calls a taxi, but it leaves when someone else offers more money. After his wife dies, Ken vows to get revenge on all taxi drivers by taking them out one at a time. This is a period piece, a little bit. 88 Films released it as part of their Asian cinema line. It's a great release. It talks, the extras, they talked to Anthony Wong, they talked to the producer of a film company that was just defunct after this film came out. It's his best film. It's Herman Yao's best directed film, in my opinion. It looks the best out of basically all of them. I do like Ebola Syndrome a lot. And like I say, I mean, for a Category 3 film, nothing touches The Untold Story. Nothing touches that film. But this is a very good one. And Anthony Wong is very good in this part. I would recommend this film. If you're going to watch any Category 3, this would be the one that's less Category 3 than those other ones. Less extreme, like I said. So, but yeah, that's Taxi Hunter. Very good film. I like it a lot. Ticks I have to still watch. Yeah, love The Pest. Yeah, The Pest is very, very funny, but it's not PC, definitely. It's yeah. There's a scene no, you'd have to watch the film to kind of know what's going on. Next up, a film that surprised me. I have this on Blu-ray and finally watched it. That's Fat Man. So Mel Gibson and flipping Walton Goggins. What a great bunch of actors here. So yeah, a rowdy, unorthodox Santa Claus is fighting to save his declining business. Meanwhile, Billy, a neglected and pretentious 12-year-old, hires a hitman to kill Santa after receiving a lump of coal in his stocking. Yeah, the dude that plays Billy is a piece of shit. I mean, his character is a piece of shit. Like he hires Goggins like as his personal hitman. Like he kidnaps this girl because he didn't get first prize at this event that he was doing for like Best in Show. So Goggins basically threatens her, and he gets the award instead. It's really good. It's very dark comedy wise, very dark, very good. It's kind of slow paced, but it makes up for it. Say what you want about Mel Gibson. The dude's a badass actor. He always has been. He's great in everything I've seen him in. I mean, you can't touch this man when it comes to films like this. I like Fat Man a lot. It's a very good film. I need to check out Werewolves. I heard it's pretty good. I heard it's different. So, but yeah, Fat Man, I would recommend this as a Christmas film. I would recommend this. It's very good. It's dark comedy. I like it a lot. Yeah, it is good. Good. Yeah, it's very, very good. Good. Yeah. Man, the elves, man, and just like everybody just does a great job. So I was very impressed. Next up, The Strangers Chapter 1. This film actually surprised me. It's a lot faster than I thought it was going to be. It gets to the point. Do we need it? No. Do we need this film? No, we don't. We're getting the second one, which takes place immediately after this one. So it makes me wonder where it goes. So basically, yeah, it's this young couple goes up to this cabin. And then they stop by this town first. That's what makes it interesting. So they stop by this town first. You kind of know who these people are. I think I know who they are. It's kind of easy to tell. It really is. So I think that's what brings it down a bit. I like it. It's a good one. It's kind of slasher. You can say it's kind of a slasher, but it's more home invasion. But I did like it. I like the atmosphere. Everything that was done pretty well. I do like the ending of it. It's just, there's a sequel to it. But did we need it? No. Did I think it was okay? Yeah. I'm not going to dog it like everything else. So yeah, it gets 2 stars and a heart. But it was good. Is it like, one of the best things ever? Like, nah. Wasn't needed and a waste of my time. Yeah, I kind of agree. I agree with that, Jason. Like I said, like I said, did I think it was okay? Yeah. Did we need it? No. I do think it's an interesting concept when we kind of get to that point, though, of what they want to do with it. So, next up, Don't Torture a Duckling. Yeah, this is like my 3rd or 4th watch of this film. I did a watch along this with a Gorephobe on my channel. Of course I did. This is one of my all-time favorite giallos. I have it ranked like number 3. 4.5 out of 5 stars and a heart. This is the most unique giallo out of everything. When you can separate yourself from the genre and do something just so different, then that's what it is. This has heavy gothic elements to it. Classic tale of perverse from director Lucio Fulci. A reporter and promiscuous young woman tried to solve a series of child killings in a remote southern Italian town, rife with superstitions and distrust of outsiders. Yeah, Farinda Bolkin is in here. Lovely, beautiful actress. Barbara Boucher, my goodness, what can you say? She's full frontal in this film. Dude, sunbathing inside. And I said during the stream, she looks like she could be a Bond girl. She was in one of the James Bond films. Of course, Tomas Million's in here. Great actor, playing the part they did. Mark Perel, there's a tragic story about him. Very tragic. It's very sad. He's a very good-looking dude, good actor. He was also in Lucio Fulci's The Psychic as well. All in all, 4.5 out of 5 stars. This is almost perfect. This is almost a 10 out of 10. Almost. I can't do it. I can never do it because no film is perfect. The ending scene kind of proves that, but that's okay. It doesn't make it any less disturbing. This is an all-timer. This is top tier. This is top tier giallo. This could be number 1 on any other list. This could be my number 1 just depending on the time of day. It's a very good film. It still hits hard. I think it's one of Lucio Fulci's best. It might be his best. But that's Don't Torture a Duckling. Yeah, I should stop oozing all over it. It was the same with the sequel, but it grew on me. So maybe when the sequel comes out. Oh yeah, I love Strangers Pray at Night. I like Strangers Pray at Night more than the original Strangers. Maybe because it has more slasher elements to it. It's more campy. So, Here's one of my films of the year, Immaculate. 3 out of 5 stars and a heart. Sydney Sweeney, my goodness, what can you say about her? Sydney Sweeney, my God. So yeah, an American nun embarks on a new journey when she joins a remote convent in the Italian countryside. However, her warm welcome quickly turns into living nightmare when she discovers her new home harbors a sinister secret and unspeakable horrors. This is kind of nunsploitation a bit, and I love the ending. And Sydney Sweeney screaming. It's like, why not? And whenever you can see her in a white gown taking a bath, that is so worth it. God bless her, literally. I like this. I like this a lot better than the first Omen. I really do. I think it's a better film. What else can I say about this? It's very good. I do like it. Neon released this, so they had a killer year for these films. So definitely check it out. If you haven't yet, I would check this out. Good for Sydney Sweeney doing films like this. Hell yeah, I do this all day. So, and what Anthony's Horror More mentioned too, it's based off an older film too, so it's kind of a reimagining for it. So. Next up, 2006's Black Christmas. Finally watched it. So this is a weird film, kind of. There's a lot of shit going on in here. Look how young they all look. My goodness. Let the sleigh ride begin. As the residents of sorority house Pi Kappa Sigma prepare for the festive season, a stranger begins a series of obscene phone calls with dubious intentions. Yeah, so it's the character from the original Black Christmas. He escapes from prison, but there's some other stuff going on. The sorority sisters start getting these phone calls. The kills are great. It all takes place in this house, which makes it even better. It's called basically cohabitation horror. Basically, I like films like that. If it all takes place in one location, I'm all for that. It is so good. When you can do that, there's a lot of trap doors in this house all of a sudden. I like the story. The kind of story kind of flips itself on its head a little bit. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. It's a little bit different. It's done very well. Finally I watched it. Of course, this is the uncut version. There is another one as well. The one I watched was the European version, which I heard is like a little bit different. I think that's the only one I've watched. I do have the uncut version on a DVD set that I have. So I may have to watch that one as well. So yeah, Kate Cassidy, Christine Cloak, Andrea Martin, a few other ones I recognize. Mary Elizabeth Winstead, she's the lady right here. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good retelling. It's a good remake of it. Do I love the OG? Yes, I do. This one's very good though. It's different, and I like different stuff. And I'm not talking about the 2018 Black Christmas either. That can go burn in a dumpster full of cow shit for all I care. So, all right. Next up, Christmas, Bloody Christmas. This film is all right. 2 out of 5 stars and a heart. The beginning is so annoying. These two people, this chick, she basically owns like this record store, with her F-buddy friend or something like that, and they start talking and bullshitting and talking and bullshitting and talking and bullshitting and talking and bullshitting. It goes all the way up. While all this is going on, this robotic Santa Claus, which was used for the military, basically goes haywire and starts taking out people. I do like that. That's when it gets very good and interesting. So the gore is very good. The effects are very good. It reminds me a lot of the Terminator. I think that's what they tried to do here, and it works for me, specifically the ending. So it's a good Christmas horror slasher film. I do like it. But yeah, that's Christmas, Bloody Christmas. So I almost thought about getting the Blu-ray for this. I'm like, nah. I'm like, yeah, I'm good with it, but it's a fun one. It may grow on me. Like this one, Black Christmas was a decent remake. Great cast, stunning cast. Yeah, really stunning cast. Yeah, I love the remake. Yeah, we all tend to agree with that. So this one, I saw this one on Tubi. Rome, Armed to the Teeth. There's another name for this. So this is a Policio Tessi film, Eurocrime film, basically. The Tough Ones. So this is originally called The Tough Ones. So 1976, directed by Umberto Lenzi. This is available at Grindhouse. Grindhouse released this film. I might pick this one up. Very good film. Maurizio let's see if I can say it right. Maurizio Merli. He was in another one that I'm going to mention here in this stream. So basically, think Dirty Harry. So he's basically playing Dirty Harry. Yeah, a tough, violent cop who doesn't mind bending the law, goes after a machine gun carrying hunchback psychotic killer. That hunchback psychotic killer is Thomas Million, who does a very good part in here. Of course he does. This is a good one. So basically, yeah, 3.5 out of 5 stars and a heart. It's Policio Tessi. It's Eurocrime at its finest. There's a lot of gunfights and all these battles going here. He was a good-looking cat. Unfortunately, he had a heart attack in 1989 playing tennis. He was a very good-looking dude. And yeah, these men, man, they pass away way too soon. Ivan Rasimov is in here as well. Very good actor. If you haven't checked him out, check out his earlier stuff too. Very good in films like this and stuff like that. And this is a disturbing Eurocrime film. I do like it a lot though. But that's The Tough Ones, aka Rome, Armed to the Teeth. Let me know if you've all seen this one, Chet. Hey, Caveman, there he is. There's my fellow geeky brother guy. Hope you're doing good, my brother. Thank you for showing up and saying hi. Yeah, hit that like, man. I'm back and better than ever, and I'm not going anywhere. All right, and here we go. So this was the last film I saw in the theaters of last year. That's Nosferatu. So yeah, 3 out of 5 stars and a heart. Yeah, Succumb to the Darkness. So yeah, gothic tale of the obsession between a haunted young woman and a terrifying vampire infatuated with her, causing untold horror in its wake. 3 out of 5 stars and a heart. It's a beautiful gothic film. It's very good horror, to tell you the truth. I would have liked it better if they would have cut down the runtime to, oh, I don't know, take like a half hour to like 40 minutes off, and I'd be happy. William Dafoe's in here. It's an all-star cast. Bill Skarsgård, he's a good act. This is probably his best role, playing a Count Orlok. Basically, it's a Dracula tale. It starts out. Lily Rose Depp's character is having nightmares. It starts out with a nightmare. She's basically being molested in her dreams by Count Orlok. That's basically, there's no way to kind of sugarcoat it. That's basically what's going on. It's kind of like a dark romantasy type of a thing. William Dafoe is in here basically as the Van Helsing character. It's a Dracula story, but all the names are changed. There's just some situations where they went to places I didn't think they would go. And some stuff was needed, some stuff wasn't. Some conversations were not needed in here. I like Eggers. He's a great director. He didn't pull the trigger on some stuff. I'm surprised he didn't. Maybe he does it in the director's cut in that release that's coming soon. But I did like it. Was it one of my horror films of the year? It was an honorable mention. I'll say that. But is it a great, beautiful Gothic film? Yes, it is. And when it gets dark, it gets dark. So that's Nosferatu. What'd y'all think about the film, chat, if you've seen it before? Doing a live analysis review of Nosferatu for us. Oh, very cool there, Jason. Yeah, I can't wait. I'll definitely check that out to know your opinion on it. Yeah, because you have good opinions on this stuff, too. You do great reviews on this stuff. So next up, one I almost put in the same thing, but there's something about this film. This is on Look Movie, by the way. The Keep, 1983, directed by Michael Mann. What can you say about this film? Without the soundtrack from Tangerine Dream, this film does not hold up. What a trip of a film. So, yeah, these two individuals, they were all drawn to the Keep. Tonight, they will all face the evil. So, yeah, set during World War II, a German army garrison is sent to guard a mountain pass in a village in Romania's Carpathian Mountains, and sets up barracks in an ancient stone fortress. Two of the soldiers unwillingly release a mysterious entity that kills or corrupts those within its influence, drawing the attention of a Gestapo commander, a Jewish scholar, and a mysterious traveler. This is based off the book of the same name, so think of adult fantasy. It's a fantasy film, kind of like Legend a little bit, except it's more adult-oriented. It's a WTF film. This film's all over the place. I do like it a lot. But the soundtrack just makes this film what it is. It's so good. The soundtrack is so good. It sets it up so good. I'm waiting for a sale to get that 4K of this. I know Umbrella's releasing it, but yeah, that's The Keep. What's your all thoughts on The Keep? I think it's a WTF film. I really do. I mean, the film's all over the place. Ian McKellen is in here. I believe I said his name wrong. Yeah, Scott Glenn. Scott Glenn, I've seen in other stuff as well. He's been in Silence of the Lambs and other stuff. I forgot. He's a tall gentleman. He's a trip in here. William Morgan's, Ian McKellen. Yeah, Gandalf in The Lord of the Rings, basically. But it's good. And it's, Scott Glenn, Alberta Watson, Jurgen Prochnow. I believe that's how you say it. But yeah, it's a good one. It's definitely kind of like a different type of thing. Hey, Snowman. Hey, yeah, great to be back, my friend. Hope you have been doing good. Huge Tangerine. Yeah, it's a great, definitely a classic, Jason. But I think Umbrella is releasing their version of it and stuff like that. So definitely. Alien Romulus. Again, 3 out of 5 stars and a heart. I expected better. I mean, I know Ridley Scott co-produced this. He's my all-time favorite director. I can see his influence specifically in the ending of this film. Excuse me. Quick swing of water here. But it just seems too modern for my taste. I hate to say that. I expected better. I do like the ending. There's some good kills in here. There's some disturbing stuff, specifically towards the end, but it just doesn't fit in the Alien universe. If you kind of get what I'm saying, because there's some stuff that at the start of the film, which shouldn't technically happen. But is it good? Yeah. Was it my horror of the year? No. Like I say, I expected better, so it kind of didn't hit expectations for me. What's your all thoughts on Alien Romulus? Yeah, the Keep's Michael Mann. Yeah. Yeah, he did that after Thief, I think. It's an interesting film there, Caveman. Like, people were clamoring for the Keep, so people were very happy when Vinegar Syndrome released their special edition, and it sold out real quick. So I don't consider it, I consider it a little bit horror, but not like, it's more fantasy than it is horror, you know? One of Scott Glenn has to be his Kung Fu series. No, that's Mr. Carradine there, Caveman. He looks like Carradine, but he's not. Scott Glenn was in, he was in, I just said it too. He was in Silence of the Lambs. He is also in Daredevil, and he's been in some other stuff as well. Yeah, I have, Caveman. I'll show that before I leave tonight with some future plans for the channel. So I'll be getting to that. New Alien was okay, but nothing special. Yeah, Snowman, I agree. Like I said, I expect better. You know, I think it was overhyped, to tell you the truth. So, you know, it is what it is. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just looking at the chat from my iPod here. iPad, excuse me. Let's see. Same here. Definitely expected more. But yeah, I wasn't disappointed for the film. It was shot very well in 4K. So definitely, but it's like, and Mr. Alvarez is a great director. Again, they're not pulling the trigger on some of this stuff. I'm like, are you afraid to do it? But, you know, that just is what it is. Maybe I'm just been desensitized with all this stuff too, so you never know. Two more to go. Creature from Black Lake. This is a Bigfoot film. It's not good. I tried to like this. It just doesn't work. So yeah. Two men exploring the Louisiana swamps run into a Bigfoot-type creature. Kind of think of Dukes of Hazzard, where you put like a Bigfoot creature in here and you get Creature from Black Lake. That's all I can basically say. It's done in Dirk's neck of the woods, so I do like the locations and stuff like that there too. Yeah, they could have done better with this film. Bigfoot film I'd recommend, Night of the Demon. Just do that one. Is it a one-time watch for me? Yeah. It's just not the best Bigfoot film. Like, I haven't seen Legend of Boggy Creek, so I couldn't. I heard that's not the best film either, but it's a legendary type of a Bigfoot film. But yeah, Creature from Black Lake, unfortunately, just didn't impress me that much. No, Creepy Onion, I did not. No, I'm saving my money up, unfortunately. I'm just buying what I want. I do appreciate the suggestions. If you think it's worth picking up, let me know. So there's a few, like I said, I'm just waiting for sales with like a lot of stuff. That's what I'm gonna start doing now. I'm just waiting for sales. I'm not being a subscriber to them. I'm not doing that. It's like I live in an apartment, and you know, it's just one of those things. So Exists, I've seen. That's a found footage film. Yes, I have seen Exists there, Jason. I do like Exists a lot. It does really good. Haha. I love you, Russ. You always make everything happy. Last up here that I watched in December. This was one of my releases of the year. My boutique releases of the year. That's The Tenant. Roman Polanski. So Roman Polanski, that's him right there. This woman right here next to him, stop that. This woman right here next to him, she was in Possession. She plays the wife. Yeah, so apartment for rent, quiet building, furnished 2 rooms. Previous tenant committed suicide. A quiet and inconspicuous man rents an apartment in Paris where he finds himself drawn into a rabbit hole of dangerous paranoia. Again, separate the art from the artist. Roman Polanski is an all-time great director. I know. I got the collector's edition from Vinegar Syndrome. I've read that booklet. I've read it. I know his history. I know about his parents and the death camps and his, where he was taken to as a child and all this other stuff and why he was exiled from his own country. I know that. This was the end of the Apartment trilogy. So there was Rosemary's Baby. There's Repulsion, which I highly, highly recommend Repulsion. I think that might still be on Tubi. I would highly suggest Repulsion. It's a very underrated film from him. It's a great one. This is very good. Roman Polanski, Isabel Adjani, that's her name. Melvin Douglas, John Van Fleet. Where is she? Shelley Winters, the award-winning Shelley Winters, is in here too. It's a trip of a film. It's definitely a horror. I do like the ending a lot. The ending is kind of like Jacob's Ladder. But definitely check out The Tenet if you haven't already. Again, to me, that's just how I am. Separate the art from the artist. I know it's some pretty bad stuff with him. I get it. There's some pretty bad shit with him. But don't destroy these films. Don't cancel culture these films. Don't do it. They have their place in history, and it's probably one of his last great films, to tell you the truth. He did some great ones too, but yeah, The Tenet, that was it. 4 out of 5 stars and a heart. I highly recommend it. So definitely a psychological thriller. So yeah, that's everything that I watched in December. So this was so cool. I live in an apartment too. I did pre-order the bikini. Oh, I bet I bet you did. Very good. Very good. Very good. Yeah, it's just like, yeah, but it's all good. Like I say, buy what you want, stuff like that. Since Caveman, since you're in here, I'll show you what I showed off. So just a lot of stuff I posted on Instagram, what I picked up, and stuff like that, but I'll just show them off again. So that's what I was doing here when I started. So Road Cops and Racketeers, this Policio Tesci set, Eurocrime from Arrow, got the 4K of Alice Sweet Alice. This might be my release of the year. I still need to watch the 4K, though, see how well the transfer is. Friday the 13th, remake 4K. Who Saw Her Die from Arrow. Won their sales, I picked it up. From the same sale, Killer Nun. Here. Let's go down here. I did show this one off real quick too. Violent Streets. I got this one off a Hamilton book for like close to $70. That's the cheapest I've seen it. So, A Plague of Zombies. And then some of these slipcover editions from Wally World for Valentine's Day. So My Bloody Valentine and My Best Friend's a Vampire. So I see. So these are definitely for Valentine's Day. Because they do have one with American Psycho as well. Some animated stuff from my Geeky Brothers here. Flight of the Dragons. And The Secret of Nim. Arrow going out of print sale. Motel Hell Steelbook. This is the Blu-ray. Poison Ivy collection. There you go, Jason. King Kong, 1976, I believe. 76, yep, King Kong. You'd like Who Saw Her Die there, Russell. Found footage film, Apartment 13. 143, actually. Jacob. These are from Hamilton Books. Bad Lieutenant. Nicolas Cage and Eva Mendes. And for my Geeky Brothers, and I want to announce that the Freaky Geeky is coming back. I don't know what I was thinking. I will talk to you gentlemen on Instagram about that later, but that's definitely coming back. And I'll definitely be watching Interstellar there, Jeff, and we'll definitely have a great discussion on that for the future stream for that. So yeah, that's coming back. Definitely going to watch what originally picked for me to watch and stuff like that, and we'll give them our reviews on that. So yeah, just get ready for that, Jeff, and you too, Caveman, if you're available for that. So and we'll get back to doing that. We'll have some great freaky geeky stuff. So yeah, for my Freaky Geeky Brothers, since you're here, Genocyber. And last but not least, Kite, which I wanted to get this one for a long time because I had the VHS of this, but now I have finally the Blu-ray of this, and yeah, like Kite. So yeah, like I said, future content. Basically, yeah, the Freaky Geeky is coming back, so expect that in the future. Also, I'm doing a series, basically YouTube series of stuff here called Thoughts On. So those are basically my thoughts and reviews on the films that I'm going to be watching. I'm going to start watching all the titles I have in my collection. So expect me to do is expect kind of, I don't want to do them kind of daily and stuff like that too, because I don't want to burn myself out, but expect thoughts on mostly on this channel of the films that I'm watching. Western Wednesdays, I'm going to bring that back and start getting into the Westerns that I have in my collection. There's a few Westerns like 310 to Yuma. That's the remake with Russell Crowe. That'll be on there. Some stuff from John Wayne will be on there. I have the Spaghetti Western Volume 3 set that Arrow released. Expect those to be on Western Wednesday as well. Hammer Time will be coming back. I'll be doing expect those episodes in the future as well. I'll be going through more of my Hammer films and stuff like that. I'm start getting more into those and basically the Hammer collections that I have and watching those as well. And slash alongs, definitely, which are my watch alongs and discussions. So next slash along in the future will be Dario Argento's Deep Red. That's going to be a big one. That's one of my all-time favorite giallos of all time. So expect slash alongs in the future. Of course, slash alongs of the rest of the Friday the 13th franchise. Watch alongs and discussions. I want to do watch alongs and discussions to more films because I've done that with like Bad Boys and some of these other films as well. I want to get those out there. And these are just for fun. So expect those at different days, different times. There's no schedule for any of this. The found footage corner, I still plan on doing that with Keith, aka Gorephobe. He's going through some stuff right now. Get good, my brother. We'll be here when you get back and stuff like that. So we'll be talking about the found footage corner, going to be talking about found footage films with him, maybe doing some watch alongs with him as well. So it's going to be a very good project that me and him are going to be doing. Also, this will be a couple episodes I might do. Category 3 and me. So that's going to be my journey into Category 3 films. I've already watched, the trilogy of those films that were done by Herman Yao and Anthony Wong. So expect a future episode of Category 3 and me where I will talk about each one of those films individually and my kind of love for them and love for the genre in general. And with part of that Category 3 and me, I have that Made in Hong Kong set, that Volume 1, supposedly, that Vinegar Syndrome released. So I'm going to dive into those films. Future Slasher Stream with Darren. Our next Slasher Stream, Episode 9, is going to be on The Eyes of Laura Mars and Cruising with Al Pacino. I've seen The Eyes of Laura Mars, but it's been a long time. It's probably the most American giallo film like ever. It's very good. With a very young Tommy Lee Jones in there, and Stephen Dorff, not Stephen Dorff, but Brad Dorff is in it as well. Renee Bargenwall, expect that one. And then Slasher Stream 10, that's going to be a big one, but I'm going to hold out for that one. That's going to be a surprise. Me and Darren are going to be talking about that one, working on that one. Giallo Rex, next episode with Darren, we're going to be talking about the films that he picked for me to watch. So those 3 films are Off Balance, The Case of the Bloodstained Butterfly, and then there's one more, The Bloodstained Shadow. And those are the 3 that we're going to be talking about with Giallo Rex. And just expect future content. And last but not least, even though I don't call myself Slasher Saturday is going to be coming back. And so I don't know what slasher I'm going to be doing for Slasher Saturday just yet, but trust me, you will expect that in the future. So great stuff kind of coming. I'm going to do stuff at my own pace. I'm just going to have fun. I'm not going to get burnt out. I'm just going to do what I do, be the nerd, have fun. And thank you, everybody, for joining in tonight. I really appreciate it. We had a max of 10 people in tonight. I very, very much appreciate it. I just do what I do. There's other great streamers out there, other great content doing other great stuff tonight. It's all an honor and all so cool that you're able to drop in and catch me in this evening. I know it's on a Tuesday. It's all good. Anyway, you all have a great evening. Thank you all so much. I love you guys and gals so much. You all have a great evening. I'll see you all in Instagram chats or whatever like that. I'll talk to you all next time. I am Chris C. If you can, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell. Do whatever you want to do. I'll see you all awesome savages at Disneyland. You all stay good. And F the Chiefs. 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 I'll see you all next time. You awesome people. Take care.